I'd like to welcome you to my From the Vine series. And while this particular wine that we are talking about today does not come from these particular vines or this particular vineyard, they do come from an Ontario vineyard, and so it's from these vines. Today we are talking about the Leaning Post 2017 Merlot. And this combines Ontario's Miracle Vintage 2017 with a grape that miraculously survived certain death at the hands of a popular movie, Merlot. The wine that we're talking about today, the Leaning Post 2017 Merlot, was hand-picked and hand-sorted. 8 days on a cold soak with wild, or what they call spontaneous, fermentation. Once fermentation was finished, the wine remained on the skins for another 5 days. Then it was gently pressed. Ended up in 80% French and 20% American oak. 50% of it new, 50% was 4-year-old oak. So as not to impart too much oak flavoring, but to still give it that nice fruity edge. It was also aged for 20 months. And now, back to the studio, back to my wine cellar to give it a taste. So we're back in the cellar to taste the Leaning Post 2017 Merlot. And on the nose, surprisingly shy. Surprisingly shy. I'm not getting much out of this at all. So let's get it on the palate, which more than makes up for anything here. Blackberry, cassis, smoke, spice, and even some vanilla notes. You know what? That wine gives the palate a nice warm hug. Perfect for a cold winter night. Black cherry, black raspberry, lingering there on the finish. Really pretty. This is a super concentrated, super complex wine. That nose is going to come around. I know it. And that is the Leaning Post 2017 Merlot. I give it 4+ stars out of 5, and I am Michael Pinkus, the Grape Guy, for michaelpinkuswinereview.com. Join me again next week when we'll look at another great bottle of Ontario wine. You've been watching the Ontario Wine Review with the Grape Guy, Michael Pinkus. Each week I review a great wine from an unlikely place, Ontario, Canada. Visit my website, michaelpinkuswinereview.com, to see all the wine-related content, sign up for the newsletter, and now you can become a supporter through patreon.com/michaelpinkus and pick up some great swag along the way. That's patreon.com/michaelpinkus. Thanks for watching, and see you next week.